asking me how I got started. It all started out from me being bored, man. Just down in the basement, and I had nothing else to do. I was just bored. I started learning how to sequence and learn how to set patterns and learn how to count out, set up bars and all that for the measurements and all that. From there, it took me to where I'm at now. That was a chop right there. I'm cooking a joint up for my man G Fisher, and Coogee Rap. Found this sample. Pretty much just chopped it up. I got introduced to sampling Yamaha DJX2. That's what introduced me to the art of sampling. And like I tell everybody in every interview, you can go read that up. I learned sampling by mistake. The first joint I ever sampled was a Cannabis song. It was the song I Honor You off of his first album. The DJX2 picked up the little 7 seconds of that little guitar in the beginning of the song. And I learned as I kept hitting the keys, just like this, the sample would play. So at first, I had the little Radio Shack 5 disc change CD player joint on there, and I thought that my CD was skipping. It took me a little second to figure out my CD wasn't skipping. I had the button that said sampler on there was actually flashing red. I never hit that button before until that day, and every time I play something, it lays it out on the keys like it's a sound from the sampler, or not the sampler, the sound from the keyboard. But that's how I got introduced to sampling. So I'm going around right now. I laid the drums down and everything. I always start out with the sample first. And most times I start out laying my hi-hat pattern down. Then I go into finding my kick and the snare. I always like the hi-hat. So a certain way the hi-hats go, I'll follow with the snare and the kick. The beat, I took a couple extra sounds. I'm hoping this is the one that he picks, because I really hear G-Rap going in on this one. It sounded dope. Kid on a Buffalo named Shaft, son, real soulful, the 808s and all that on there, everything just hitting real smooth on there. It was a joint I was messing with, gotta give me summertime vibe, really got like a little West Coast feel, a little summertime vibe. That was a joint I flipped from my man Jay Hustle. That was off the project me and him did together called Reflection. Friend of My Enemy, that's the name of that song. I used to walk to school bumping that in the headphones, man, and this is like a year into me making beats. After I discovered sampling, I'd just be walking to school listening to that Chronic, and I'm like, yo, I want to make beats like this, man. Like, I want my joints to hit like how this is hitting. I'm gonna figure it out one day, you know. My man Divine, he introduced me to the MPC 2000. As you see now, you know, they got a bunch of different MPCs now. He taught me how to use that joint, you know. I picked up like that. As I was learning the sequencer on that, I'm like, yo, this is dope. That changed my whole life with sampling and making beats. Like, it just took me to a whole nother world. Nice. That should be good to go. Now my brother, he had a 2000 XL. I used to, and that's how I really got really nice with the flipping samples and all that. Cause every time he left, I go and sneak on his XL and I play with that joint. And you know, I learned the ins and outs of it. I learned how to chop up stuff on it. I learned, you know, a lot of stuff on the 2000 XL. And I remember, man, it was a day I was down in there messing around with it, man. And I got tired of the drum sounds that we had. And I went through every hip hop record he had down there. I went through that whole every crate down there. And I listened to almost every record down there, man, just trying to catch open drum hits and everything, man. And I actually created my own kits and all that stuff. You know, from there, man, it was just, I just kept going and going, man. A lot of people don't understand, like, yo, stuff like this don't happen overnight. It takes time. You know, like my man Big Suge told me one time, man, he's like, yo, just keep doing what you're doing, because eventually somebody's gonna hear it, have interest in you, man. And you know, he's right, man, because I seen it happen with a lot of people before, man. They've been doing it before me, and you know, they kept doing it and doing it. Yo, look at them now, man. They getting, it's taking them places now, man.